guys, welcome back to my channel and to another Slimming World weight maintaining update. It's been a minute. I try to do one of these every few weeks, but this time the first portion of this will be real talk. Let's talk about Christmas. Let's talk about how we're going to control our urge to go wild and eat and drink all of the amazing things over Christmas. So if you've not joined me before, my name is Kath. I post videos every Sunday at 7 a.m. London time here on YouTube. Usually I vary things up a little bit, but at the moment my main videos are about Slimming World, my Slimming World journey. I have lost 2.5 stone with Slimming World and I'm now a Target member. So I'm talk about monthly meals, what I've been finding difficult, easy, all that stuff. And also my grey hair grow out journey. Obviously that's now complete, but I still like to talk about my hair and things. Beauty, we go through beauty looks, what favourite products, blah, 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 everything. So if that's anything that you're interested in, subscribe and keep on watching. So guys, let's get into some real talk, shall we? Let's start this video. When I say real talk, I mean, because some of these subjects for me is quite difficult. I don't know about you guys, talking about it and being honest with yourself can be quite difficult and challenging sometimes. So when I talk about Christmas, I mean, last year and in previous years, I would not think about what I put in my mouth. It was Christmas, so I was like, you want a drink? Yeah. Do you want some nuts? Yeah. Do you want some prawn crackers? Yeah. Do you want 2 desserts? Sure, why not? It's Christmas. That's how I got 2.5 stone overweight. So let me insert some before and afters. This is really interesting. So this month, it's Christmas, obviously. I have been digging out all my old dresses and trying them on. And I found me wearing a photo of me wearing this dress last year and then me trying it on in my bedroom to wear for my Christmas party this year. The difference is quite staggering. We went to Nuremberg last month. We went to Germany to see some friends and to do some sightseeing. And Stu took a photograph of me in my winter coat. And I remembered a walk we went on in lockdown the year before and I put them side by side and I was like, wow, that's a difference. And again, this June, I took a photograph of myself. My mum took a photograph of me in Fortnum and Mason after we'd had an afternoon tea there. And then I tried the same dress on last week. And as you can see by the pictures, it's quite a difference. So this year I am conscious of Christmas. I'm conscious of my triggers around food. I will have what I want within reason and a bit extra. So I'm very careful not to use the word treats because how I have thinking about food now has changed. On the Weight Loss Warrior podcast, Carl, who's the presenter, if you haven't listened to it, give it a listen. I'll put his information here. The Weight Loss Warrior podcast is brilliant and it's interviewing normal people talking about their weight loss journeys. And somebody said on it, don't treat yourself with food. You're not a dog. And it really stuck with me. I was like, oh my God, you do something good. You get a treat. Oh, I've done this back in when I was not doing Slimming World. If I had a task to do at work that I hated, like credit card reconciliation, it's so boring, right? So I'd be like, right, once I do this one credit card, I'll go and get a treat from the snack cupboard. I'm a dog. What is happening? So I was like, oh my God, that's awful. So now I try not to talk about food as treats, but at Christmas, I will have a drink. I will have a full roast dinner the way my mum normally makes it, not with fry light and all that stuff. I will have Christmas pudding with ice cream or cream. I will have snacks, but I'm going to really rein that in. And here's how I think this is going to go down for me. Part of my weight loss journey hasn't just been going to Slimming World. That has been the biggest part of it because that's what really worked. But I also work out. I have done forever. And the two together just go really well. So I am going to be working out right up until Christmas. Actually, my gym posted their Christmas open dates and they're open on Christmas Eve. And part of me is thinking, should I go? I don't know. I might go in the morning. So consistently sticking to 3 days a week in the gym will be great for me. I am only going to see Christmas as Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. I will not be snacking on any of the other days. My Slimming World group is a Wednesday and they are open on the 28th of December. So my last weigh-in, I think, is the 21st, the next one's the 28th, so it's exactly a week. I am going to be very conscious of the fact that I'll be weighing in. It's not going to stop me from having what I want to have, but I'm not going to go wild. My mum's asked me what snacks I want, and I've told her I do love prawn crackers, so I would like some prawn crackers, and I love popcorn. I've not had popcorn for 6 months, so I would love a bit of that, but that's it. So I'm going to have my on-plan breakfast and an on-plan dinner if I need a dinner, and then the lunch will be like the Christmas lunch, so that's obviously off plan. Then I'm going to work out throughout Christmas. I think it's going to be doable. I think it's going to be easy. I've never been the sort of person to sit there and think, oh, it's Christmas, I'm just going to eat constantly. I've never been that person, but I never used to think about the consequences of what I was eating. So I think this year it's going to be very different. I will be blunt with you. I will give you my weight before Christmas and my weight after Christmas. I'll do it here, but also follow me on Instagram, because I'll post my Instagram here because I post stories on Instagram and I tend to put my weigh in. I don't do it so much now because I've hit target, but when I was losing weight, I would tell you every week what I'd lost or gained or maintained. Sorry, my phone ran out of storage, so I had to do some stuff. So yeah, I will continue to tell you what's happened around Christmas and how much weight I lost, gained, maintained, or whatever. So we'll do that. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to stick to. Let me know below, are you worried about Christmas? Are you concerned about it? What are your biggest concerns? Let's talk about it, because, you know, sorry, I had a sneezing fit. When we are on this journey, certain things can bring on anxiety around food. You know, you might feel like you don't deserve to have the things that you want at Christmas and stuff like that. I saw an amazing post on Instagram. I find it, I will try and post it here. But the Scouse, so it's like the Scouse something. I have to find her name. I'll find it. I'll put it here. But she posted on the front of her Heroes box stars with the sins of how much each Heroes was. I think they're roughly 2.5 sins per hero. But she stuck it on the front. It's a really good reminder that if you are going to have chocolate and stuff, of course, have it. But the reminder is there that there is a sin value to it. And then you just find the snacks that you really love and then just get them in and think, right, when they're gone, they're gone. This is what I want. This is what's made me happy. It's your treat. I hate to say that word because we've discussed the thing, but, you know. Let's get into the meals for this month, shall we? I love this bit. I literally, people think I'm bonkers because I do film all of my meals, pretty much all of them. And this month we've had some good ones, so let's get into it. So I had a little snack. So one of the months last month in November, I had weight issues going up and down. I changed my target as well this month. So my target originally was 10 stone 6. I was 12 stone 2 when I started. 10 stone 6 I wanted to be. When I got to 10 stone 6, I was like, nah, I want to lose 2 stone. So we got to 10 stone 2. Then when I got there, I stayed there for a few months, but I kept losing weight and I didn't want to have to put weight on for the sake of it. So I changed my target to 10 stone. So I'm now on the higher end of the target rather than the lower end of the target. So that's where we are now. And I'm just under 10 stone. Apologies, that is not cute. So as a little snack, I bought some dairy-free, well, there's vegan, Balsa cheese. Before I was lactose intolerant, this cheese was my absolute, just loved it. And it's, if you've not tried it before, it's a soft cheese that's got garlic and chives, I think, in it. And it's just phenomenal. I put it on some Ryvitas because at that point I'd got under the lower end of my target. I was like 9 stone 11 and they were like, and I didn't want to lose too much. So I like my clothes, how they fit now. So I thought, I'll have a bit of cheese, you know, why not? So I had that. Then at work, I've been bringing in jacket potatoes. I cook them in the air fryer. I cook 3 potatoes at a time in the air fryer, let them cool, keep them in foil, and they last for days. So I bought one for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So on one day I had the jacket potato with tuna, low-fat mayonnaise and sweet corn. And then I had one of those bird's eye steam bags on the side as well, because I like to have veg with every meal. Now, when you look at this and think, oh my God, what's the sin value in that? Don't forget, now maintaining, I don't stick to sins as rigorously as I used to, because I'm using these as savvy sins. So like mayonnaise, although it's higher in fat, I use the 30% lower in fat mayonnaise, and I don't use a lot of it, but because it's a savvy sin, I can get away with it. So if you're losing weight, don't use this as a guide, but this is more for maintaining. Then one night I had a really rubbish day at work, and I really fancied some filthy food. And it's not often that happens to me nowadays. And it's those days where, you know, if you don't get what you want, it could cost you, you could just binge and you could just go for it. You could just go to McDonald's and have everything. So I always have in my freezer the Asda vegan, plant-based hamburgers, and they taste like real hamburgers. So I had 2 of those with my Healthy Extra A cheese, so 30 grams of my lacto-free cheese, with Slimming World chips, and I have tomato ketchup and salad cream because I love them. This is amazing, and I had it in a wholemeal bun, so a Healthy Extra B if you're sticking Slimming World for that way. This was on plan, and I'm not afraid to tell you how amazing it was. It definitely did everything I needed to sort me out for that day, that I just needed something stodgy and fattening and everything. But as it was a fake away, it was actually on plan, so it worked really well. Then as a dessert that day, because as we say, I had a bad day, so I was like craving all the bad things, I get the Outpro vanilla yogurt, the one that's like 500 ml or grams, one of the two. I get that one, and a quarter of a pot of it is 1 sin, and then I put a bit of the chocolate shot inside it and mix it together, and it tastes like melted ice cream. If that's your thing, it definitely is my thing, and I tell you, it's like a really good dessert. If you just crave something sweet that's in, you know, it's in sins, this is like 1.5 sins for the whole thing, was great. Then the next day, it must be a weekend, so my partner cooked curry, chicken and vegetables. This was in the Take 5 book. Amazing, loved that. Then he made cod with tomato salsa, vegetables and like little roasty potato things done in the air fryer. That was lovely. And the next day we had a cooked breakfast with mushrooms, sausages, beans and potatoes, all on plan, all cooked with fryer light and stuff. And then at work, I had the Protein World mug cake. This has been amazing. It's a slender one, so it's all low fat, low sugar, all of that business. But again, it just makes you feel like you're having something naughty. And because I go to the gym a lot now, the protein is excellent for me. And you make this with 3 scoops of the protein powder, and then 3 of the same scoop with whatever milk you use. I used almond milk with this one, I think, or maybe the Oatly barista milk. I put 3 little spoonfuls in that. You just whisk it up. You need to put a little bit of something in the bottom to make it stop sticking. So I just use a tiny bit of butter in the bottom, put that in the microwave to melt it, and then you mix the mix all together until it's got no lumps in it. It takes like, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds. Pop it in the microwave for 1 minute 30, I think. Chef's kiss. And this one is the vanilla with chocolate chips in it. I've got a 40% off code for you as well. I'll leave that here because Protein World very kindly sent me a little gift box, but I've actually now got a second bag of the mug cake because I finished that, and I've got another one, so it's really good. And I did use it, I think it's 5.5 sins for a mug of it, so it's quite high if you are doing Slimming World. Because I'm working out, and because I need the protein, and I'm on my sins now 3 days a week, I need to have 30 sins. So I don't have it every day, but a couple of times a week, I have one of those little mug cakes for my afternoon pick-me-up instead of 2 hi-fi bars, which is your Healthy Extra B. So either way, works well. Then we were in Nuremberg. I didn't post all my meals there because we were with friends and I would have looked slightly insane. But the day that Stu and I went out on our own, we went on our very first stop off, we went to a cat cafe, We didn't realise it was a cat cafe. It was a very, very happy accident, but it was one of those cafes where cats just wander around freely, and the whole place was vegan. I googled it as a vegan restaurant. There's a reason we went there, and it just so happened that cats were there, which just made it even better. But I had a vegan burger and chips. Oh, it was delightful. It was so, so good. I highly recommend that place. I will link it below for you. If you're ever in Nuremberg, check them out. It was great. Then I made a red pesto pasta and vegetable pasta dish. So I have the free from pesto, and this is the red one from Asda. It's £1.10, and I think 2 tablespoons of it is like 2.5 sins, maybe 3. I'll post it here anyway. So I used that. I put the pasta on, then I mixed that in at the end. I put in some black olives, and I put the vegetables in the air fryer, and then just put them right in the very, very end with everything. Mixed it all together. Beautiful. And the next day I went to my mum's, and she made a roast chicken dinner, which was lovely. She insisted she needed the practice for Christmas. She didn't. It was absolutely delightful. No regrets. Loved it. Then next up we had the posh fish and chips. So my partner made fish and chips with prawns, cod and samphire. And again, this is in the Take 5 book, I think. It was really nice. Samphire is not my favourite thing. It tastes like twigs, but the taste of it was really good. The next day he did it without the samphire for me, and it was much nicer. But very interesting, very posh indeed. Liked it. And then back at work again, we had the jacket potato, classic, cheese, beans, and a steam bag of vegetables. As I say, I love to have veg with everything now. It just kind of doesn't feel right if I don't have vegetables in my meal. And yeah, on plan, because the cheese was out of my allowance. I still sliced the cheese into 30-gram bits and put them in a bag, and then just take what I need to work. Beans are obviously free, jacket potato is free, steamed veg free, so free meal, amazing. And the day after that, I used, and if you follow SW_Amy, I will tag her below or put her Instagram here. Her Instagram's amazing. I started to follow her because she's doing Slimming World, and she's vegan. So she's got some really good tips. We've actually become quite good friends, and we've been chatting. We're going to meet up, I think, so that's quite exciting. But she put me onto this, which is the Stag Veggie Chili in a tin. I'll put the picture of the tin here, so you can look for it in your local. I get it in Asda, so you can look for it anywhere. But it's free. It's a tin of food and it's free. And do you know what? The chili is really good. So I had it in a jacket potato at work with the steamed veg. Completely free meal, lovely. And you can even put cheese on it if you wanted to. Honestly, it's really good. I would even have it with rice as a quick dinner if I was in a rush. So thank you, Amy, for that, because that Stag veggie chili is amazing. Then we have got the vegan chili and rice. My partner did a chili con carne. So again, completely free of sin, all fresh vegetables, corn mince is free, so happy days. Then he did for me the posh fish and chips again, but with mushy peas instead of samphire, because I left all the samphire and he was like, okay, she hates it, so bless him. Then I had a healthy snack the other day at work. We get a fruit basket delivered twice a week. So I was really fancying a snack. I wanted something good. I chopped up a red apple, a green apple, and I had some strawberries in it as well, which was very nice. Just on their own, not nothing on it, just pick. Just something to pick on. Obviously all free of sin. Then I went to my mum's the next day again, and she did a curried mince, my nan's curried mince recipe. It's really, really good. And again, it was completely free of sin. She did mashed potato with it, so she probably used a bit of butter and milk, but again, they'd probably be both within your healthy. The butter, I'd have to sin it, but it wasn't much. And lots of vegetables. So I think she did just some green beans with that, so that was great. Then I did the other night I did a skinny burger and chips. I was just in a bit of a rush and I just wanted to make it quick. So I had Slimming World chips with 2 of the Asda plant-based hamburgers with beans and salad cream, because I'm a child, and it was absolutely delicious. And then today, for lunch, we had peri-peri chicken and squash. Stu made it from the Take 5 book again, it's just amazing. The Take 5 book is 5 ingredients. Every edition is 5 ingredients. And they have some really good ideas. He did like, I think he said it was paprika and something else, spices, with a bit of water, mix it into a paste, put it on the chicken, and then stick it in the oven for 40 minutes with the butternut squash, and Bob's your uncle. So it was really tasty. That's that, guys. That's it for the food. So all month, again, I've maintained my target weight. I've gone up a pound, down a pound, but I'm still within that target range. So that this is clearly working for me. And every week now, Stu and I share a bottle of red wine on a Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So I'm able to drink alcohol. I try not to drink during the week. I say try not to. I don't drink during the week. If I go to my mum's, I might have a glass of wine, but 9 times out of 10, I don't bother because I really love waiting for Friday night drinks. It just feels like the weekend is here. It's very special and I love it. But it just goes to show that once you get to that target weight, yes, dieting is difficult. Yes, losing weight is difficult. But once you're there, and by that point, you'd have changed your habits already, actually, it's easy. Like, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. And if I do want something really naughty, I don't know what, I could have it, because one meal isn't going to make you fat, one snack isn't going to make you fat. But the fact is, once you get to your goal weight and you're really happy with where you are, how you look, what you're eating, you don't want it. We had a coffee morning at work yesterday and I ordered in sausage like in a roll, bacon in a roll. I had vegan sausages in a roll. We had hash browns, we had paninis, we had everything. And you know what? I looked at it all, and all week I was like, I'm going to have a sausage in a roll. I'm going to have a sausage roll. I'm going to have a sausage roll. And when it came to it, I was like, nah. I made my porridge. And then at lunchtime, I had my leftover pesto pasta with the olives and veg and stuff. And then I was focused on the evening of getting home and having a glass of wine. That was my focus. That was where my sins were going to be. And it's not a guilt thing. It's not like, oh, I couldn't have that because if I have that, I can't have my wine. I could have all of it. But the fact is now, I don't want it. Never thought I'd get there. So that's exciting. And a lot of it is to do with how I feel now. Not even just about looking how I want to look. It's the fact that I feel better eating better food. So I know that if I had something that was really naughty, I probably would feel crap after it, and it's just not worth it. So that's my takeaway for you guys. I really hope that this Christmas you don't go off plan too much. Have what you want, have what makes you happy, but remember, it doesn't mean for the whole week or 2 that you're off for Christmas. Maybe just those couple of days where you're all with your family, where you haven't got to think about sins so much, but the days that you are at home, don't just sit in front of the telly eating bags of celebrations and stuff, or loads of crisps, or whatever your poison is. Because when you do that, you might love it at the time, but as soon as it comes down to that next week on the scales, you're going to be kicking yourself all over town saying, I didn't really want that celebrations. I didn't want that second bottle of wine. I didn't want that massive bag of crisps that my son had on the sofa that I was just digging into for the hell of it. Think about the club. Think about stepping on the scales. Think about how you're going to feel if after 1 week the clothes that you've bought now don't fit properly, or that you are going back on yourself. Keep moving forward. We keep moving forward. Have what you want. Don't go wild. Think of 2023. Think of the future you. Think of the goal you want to reach. That's all I'm saying. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I hope you found it useful. And I've had some lovely comments this week from people at work. A guy stopped me in the supermarket today who goes to my gym to ask me how I've lost weight. So we had a good old chin wag, and I was showing him this in the World app. I was showing him how to scan things. He might join, who knows. I've had some really nice compliments, and you know what? They really do keep you going. It's really nice to hear that you look good. When you feel good and you know you look good, it's nice for people to tell you that. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing. Go back and watch my Slimming World playlist. I'll put it somewhere here for you. You might find some motivation. Over Christmas, watch the videos. If you feel like you're slipping, if you feel like you're going to fall down a rabbit hole, watch one of my videos. I'll try and pull you back out of that rabbit hole. So, I'm going to go now. Before I have my glass of wine, we're going to go for a winter walk. So I'm going to walk for half hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to really look forward to my drink when I get in and put the heating on because it's bloody freezing. Guys, until next week, I will see you in the next video. Take care.